Hello? Hi there.
Hi,
Wait a second. There you go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Thank you. My name is Gabriel. What's your name?
Gabriel, I'm Glenn. How are you, Gabriel, today?
I'm doing good. Thank you. And you?
I'm good.
Awesome. So, welcome. Thank you for chatting today. Let's
Uh,
see. How can we spell?
it's
No, this
time,
is,
night time.
for me, it's daytime.
Oh, it's night
Mhm.
time here.
Yeah, for me, it's 2
This
p.m.,
means that,
2:19.
yeah. Okay,
And
Gabriel, what do you think we
uh
can learn or study today?
I didn't hear you. Can you tell me one more time?
What do you think we can study today? You can teach
Oh,
me.
well, first I have to learn a little bit about you, and then I can see what's best
Uh,
for you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Do you
uh,
have any hobbies, or what do you do?
Islam, like teaching,
Hmm.
taught children, lives in Kuwait right now from Egypt. Any
Okay.
further questions?
I know. For example, well, I am, of course, a tutor for Cambly. I study law in the afternoon. I like swimming. I like watching movies. So yeah, what are you into?
So, what do you do for a living rather than Cambly?
I just work here for yeah. This is my only source of income.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's new for me. I didn't meet someone who depends on Cambly. Just Cambly.
Yeah, for me, I mean, it gives me flexibility of time,
Yep.
and compared to other jobs that I can get here in Mexico, this pays better. Like it lets me handle my time better. Hmm.
You are a Mexican?
Yes.
Wow, but your English doesn't sound like Mexicans.
Yeah. It was a challenge. It was a challenge to myself about some people said that because I was too old when I started learning English, I would never be able to speak like a native.
Wow,
And I took it as a challenge. I said, okay, let me prove it to you. Because I
you
don't
are.
like other people to choose for me, to say what I can do, what I can't.
I can see you are so young here, not that old, about
Mhm.
learning the
Oh,
language.
Cambly? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm 30 now, but I started learning when I was about 15. I remember it was like my siblings and I went to the US with my mother. She lives in the US. My father lives here in Mexico. And they said, "Oh, it was great that you brought your children here. They're gonna be able to learn English." Well, the little ones, the old one, he'll learn something. I'm like, "What? You're an old. How can you say
And
that?"
you got it in a perfect way. I can see that.
Again,
You got it in a perfect way. I can see that.
I want to think so. There are some things I don't know. I must be honest. Because I learned older. I
Yep.
didn't go through the process of learning the baby stuff. Like how to call things in a baby
It
way. Of course.
happened with me, you know. I suffered with the language because I didn't get the language while I was still kid.
Mhm.
Uh, which I mean that my primary stage and secondary stage, uh, I didn't have that good and qualified English teachers who can teach me in a perfect way. So I suffered before graduating from the college to master
Yeah.
English as much as I can right now.
For me, I feel more comfortable speaking with a doctor, with a lawyer, with a politician than speaking with a 5-year-old. 5-year-olds make me nervous. Yeah.
Oh,
But other than that, I respect the language and I love the language. So far, I only speak two. I wish I can learn a third language perhaps in the future. Portuguese is kind of like the language that I would like to try. But what I mean, I say I like it, I respect it. I love the appropriate use of the language and learning. One word does this word works to say other things? Does it change the connotation of the conversation if you combine it with different words when you say it in a different intonation, you know?
So,
Or the
lang-
root.
yeah, languages are really unique. Each language has its own charisma, has its own features. We are in Arabic. We have a rich language over here, so you have many usages for things. You can have just the same form of the word, but with different pronunciations. Just opening the sound or making it broken a little bit, it gives you a different meaning. Same letters, same shape of the word, but different sounds for it gives you another meaning, which is really
Correct.
awesome. I learned that in Chinese, they don't have female or male. They don't have a singular or plural. So just one word for all. I don't know
Wow.
how, but I just need to learn this language to know is or not. But it's just an
Yeah.
info coming in front of me.
When
Uh,
compared to English, most things in English don't have male or female. Like in Spanish, if I say el reloj, this is masculine, right?
mm,
El celular, this would be masculine. La pluma, this would be feminine. And it's complex for people when they first learn English because they're so used to having a gender for every item that it doesn't make sense not to have it, you know, because we're so used to using the article that in English you learn there's no female or male for items, and we want to call everything with the, you
so
know.
you this thing in native language. So in
Mhm.
mixing
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Spanish.
Mexicans speak Spanish. Hmm.
Yeah, so the mother tongue for Mexicans are the Spanish is the Spanish language.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess the Spanish language they make different they have different shape between or they differentiate between males and female. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, the same thing in Arabic, by the way.
Hmm.
For the words
Oh,
for female.
I lost you for a moment. For like 5 seconds, I didn't hear you.
The same thing in our language, in my native language, Arabic. We have
Yeah.
we differentiate between both, but in English we have words like parents, words like teacher, jobs.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it could be for both. Of course,
Yes.
we
Uh huh.
have words like nurse, secretary, which maybe focus or intend to be for females.
Now, they're like the confusion for languages which don't have genders like English when they learn Spanish is that eventually, of course, it's hard because every new word you have to ask male or female, right? But you will bump into words like water, which for us is agua. Usually, if it has many a's, like either at the beginning or at the end, it has a tendency to be feminine. Agua, ropa, pluma. Like you will know that the a means feminine most of the time.
Oh,
Or o usually is for masculine. Zapato,
yeah,
correo, acertijo, right?
that's
But
difficult for
water,
me to get.
agua, it's a unique because it's el, agua, which is masculine. But when you
Oh,
describe water, the adjectives will be feminine. You would say el agua está fría, which is feminine for cold.
feminine. Oh, free. Yeah.
So it's so yeah, learners of Spanish are like, wait, what? Isn't it supposed to be el frío, la fría? No, el fría. What?
Elfria. Elfria is for something like feminine.
Cold, but it's masculine. O usually masculine.
Oh,
A usually
oh,
feminine.
oh my god.
Most
That's
of the time, but you see how English has their regular verbs and irregular verbs. Well, we don't
mm.
have that in Spanish. Everything in Spanish is irregular, so there's no rule to learn the concept.
Oh, it's more difficult.
It's more
Much.
difficult than it sounds. It has the easy part. The easy part is the pronunciation. The pronunciation in Spanish never changes. There are maybe three exceptions I can think about, like the G will change sounds with the I and with the E only. Ga, he, go, Ooh, that's a pronunciation. But you can
Oh,
make gi or go, I mean, or ke by adding a
okay.
u in the middle. It's like a patch to make
Oh,
that soft sound. Uh
okay,
huh.
okay, back. Yeah, it's like Shen, Tion, Jan, Sion. So you have those
Yes.
new language,
Exactly.
but it makes me feel relaxed to study or to go to Spanish because I'm not going to face challenges like in English. We have the silent letters, we have diphthongs, we have long
No, we have
vowels.
diphthongs and triphthongs in Spanish. But the difference is that Spanish never changes sound, except the G. The X is a sound we don't use a lot, but it may sound like Mexico, where it's like a J sound, or xilófono, where it's a Z sound. Those are the exceptions. Other than that, everything
Oh,
is always the same sound, always the same sound.
everything
Easy.
is just direct, easy to get.
Exactly. So that's the easy part. So when we learn to read or write, we learn by vowels. Uh, ma, me, mi, mo, mo, ba, be, bi, bo, bo, la, le, li, lo, lo. It's so easy. In
Oh,
English, you can't do that.
I'm as soon as you are most of the time you are on Cambly, what
Huh?
challenges you face with learners here?
At the beginning, I can tell you, like the first week or first month, I was extremely nervous to talk with people with cultures completely different than mine because news and media and TV and whatever always tells you certain things, and you have some preconceptions, so you have some prejudices about the culture, which may or not be truth. Most of what we get,
Islam, I have a over here. I can
I
destroy you.
haven't, I didn't hear you, I didn't hear you. Yeah?
My name is Islam, so I'm some kind of a bad man for you. I can kill people.
Yeah.
I know Muslims are killers. Media is destroying everything good in our life.
Yes. For example, one of the beliefs that I had before working for Cambly is that Muslim women are not allowed to talk to any men other than husband and brothers and father. And I was like, so what am I going to do if a Muslim woman happens to end in a chat with me? Because sometimes you choose the tutor, sometimes it's random.
Oh,
And I didn't know how to act. I didn't know if it was appropriate to ask them or not. Like, are you allowed to speak with me? How do you act? Because you don't know. It's ignorance. And that was my biggest challenge. But
well,
once I started talking with them, I started learning more. Like everything that we get in the TVs or most of it is a lie.
it was just it's nonsense.
And
They
it's
are
usually the US portraying these images. Same with Mexico. People always ask me, is it true that Mexico is always, shootings and people getting murdered and fires and kidnaps?
anyway.
It's like, well, like in any.
Fingers like the same thing.
Uh huh.
Of course, any country has good people, bad people. Of course, this is
Exactly.
the same issue in every corner in this world.
Yeah. And that's what I said. Like, just like any country, of course, we have shootings and but not acts of terrorism. That is very uncommon in Mexico.
Yep, of course.
Very uncommon. I think there's more terrorism, like
But
planned attacks to a government
you,
agency or
I
building.
guess you have the Caribbean islands,
I've never been there,
but
but
you have,
again,
but it's I guess it is in Mexico. It's in Mexico.
Mexico is Mexico is kind of like in the shape of a cone, like this. It's like in this shape. So the south of Mexico is in the Caribbean region. I
Yep.
live all the way to the north. I actually live in the border with the U.S. So
Oh,
for me, yeah,
also you
I have
go to the wall that Trump tried to build.
no no wall. And it's another myth.
I
That was more like a political speech. And
I know what it was, but it's just some kind of joke.
yeah, so yeah. we that was a long conversation, and everybody was like common sense people. I mean, comedians, Mexican comedians were saying, Trump is building the wall higher and higher, and we're digging tunnels deeper and deeper every time because they were by El Chapo. El Chapo Guzman had many tunnels with the U.S. and actually U.S. authorities knew about these tunnels. This is how they brought drug into the U.S. and weapons into Mexico.
Yeah. Wow, 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 wow.
So that's
Uh,
what they're saying. The higher the wall, the deeper the tunnel. Like,
the deeper tunnel. Okay, I guess I have to go now because I just spent my 15 minutes for today, but I still have the remaining minutes. I have 3 minutes to use at any time. It was nice to speak to you today. Uh,
definitely.
and I will feel happy. I will really feel happy to add you in my favorites and find your schedule to have further conversations. I enjoyed speaking with you. I have just one for if I may ask.
Feel
Thank
free.
you. I have a YouTube channel. Do you feel comfort to upload this one on YouTube or not? It's up to you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't really paying attention. I think it would be best if you want, like, not to get me off guard, or unless you edit it and remove all the, like, this
It's
part.
you can just add the screen because the video is recorded using on mine. You can both be on the video. You can just be sound without. It's up to
No,
you.
for me, no, I have no problem. For me, it's
Okay.
completely okay.
I usually add the name of the tutor so others who can use Cambly and follow me, they can speak with him too. Uh,
Absolutely. Thank
people
you.
feel and oh, you're welcome. I love the conversation. I just signed up for a whole year moments ago,
Mhm.
and you are the first one I
Wow.
speak Cambly since last year. So I guess maybe more than a year I didn't use Cambly. And
Wow.
I'm back again.
Awesome. I hope you like it. And
uh,
things have changed in the last year. You'll see a lot of new things in the platform.
yeah, I can see that
But
Cambly is amazing. I'm one of the Cambly ambassadors, so I spread the whole world about Cambly and tell them
man,
I'm very how
I'll see you soon then, Islam, and have a good day
it
or night for you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to sleep in an hour.
Take care.
Thank you for your time and for all the lovely information you added to me today.
See you soon.